Hey guys! So today I'm just going to be doing a tour review on my favorite Woody doll, which is the 2009 Thinkway Toys Toy Story Woody talking action figure with over 20 phrases. So let's get right into it. Alright, so for starters, this is the cheaper alternative to the Toy Story Collection Woody, which costed around $50 at the time when this guy was released. This guy costed around $35, and he's really a good deal. There's a lot of good things about him. Like his face sculpt over here, as you can see, it really captures Woody's likeness. Well, I'm going to take off his hat so you can take a better look at it. As you can see, it looks really good. It captures Woody's likeness. He has some nice brown eyes. You don't get the hair detailing that you would have in the movie, but that's fine. Let's see, he has a nice bandana right here. He has good details on the buttons, the sheriff's badge, the belt buckle, and the gun holster. The gun holster looks very nice, however, you don't have a real ruby in it, and it also doesn't move, which is why I have him at the end of my computer stand right here. You also have some really nice boots, as you can see. These look really good. You get some nice cactus details, and the spurs are yellow, just like how they're in the movie. He has some good jeans. I really like the color of it, and I like the texture of it. They're not real jeans, it's just a cloth material, but the Collection Woody does have real jeans. More specifically the Cloud Logo version and early editions of White Logo. And at the bottom of the boot, he doesn't have any name on it. It just has Disney Pixar, Thinkway China, because this is meant to be your toy. Like, this wouldn't be Woody from the movie. This is like meant to be something that you would own. And his hat right here, you know, it's pretty simple, but it's still a nice hat. It's based off the 1995 Woody's hat, except it's brown. It doesn't have the extra rim. And it has these two holes here to secure it in the box with a twist tie. And of course, on the back, he has his pull string, which has over 20 phrases. And as you can see, the ring is really big because they didn't want kids choking on the pull string, so that's why it's really big. He doesn't have the open-fingered hands like he would in the movie when he's in toy mode. Instead, he has these closed-fingered hands, which are kind of more in a cupped position, because this is supposed to be Woody when he's in a live mode, basically. And he's also movie-accurate scale, standing in at 16 inches with the hat on, and standing 15.5 inches with the hat off. So if I move my camera back a little bit, I'm going to do a size comparison with some other figures I have that are not Toy Story related. You'd be surprised to know that I have some things that aren't from Toy Story. So if we have this Nightmare Freddy plush right here, and if we stand him up next to Woody, you can see Woody is really big, as you can see. He's a lot taller than Nightmare Freddy. Bowser, Alistair, or just any plush character that isn't from Toy Story in general. So for $35, you can't really complain because he's movie accurate scale, he has good details, and he just looks a lot like Woody. And now the one moment you've been waiting for, the pull string phrases, which he has five of them from the movies.
Yeehaw! Ride 'em, cowboy! Howdy, partner. My name's Sheriff Woody. You're my favorite deputy. There's a snake in my boot. Reach for the sky. This town ain't big enough for the two of us. Giddy up, partner. We gotta get this wagon train a-moving. Hello? So, how you doing? Ha-ha! Boy, am I glad to see you.
So as you just heard, he has 5 quotes from the movie. He doesn't say the posse voice line or somebody's poisoned the water hole, but that's fine. I like the sound quality, it's nice and clear, and the volume is nice and loud. So you can see why I really like this Woody doll. And also, we're going to be doing a little bit of a comparison between him and the more expensive Toy Story Collection Woody. Now, looking at these two from a store shelf, you might just be thinking, oh, well, that's just the same doll. Well, you're wrong, because there are a lot of differences between these two. So, let's take off their hats real quick. Alright, the faces are the same, as you can see, but the Collection Woody has the hair lining details like he should in the movie, the dark brown and light brown streaks. Obviously, as I showed earlier, this one doesn't have it. And let's talk about the hats. So this right here is the Talking Woody's hat, and this is the Toy Story Collection Woody's hat. As you can see, the collection version is a lot more movie accurate. You have a rim that's 3D and it's painted. You have real stitching within the hat. It's cotton thread. It's supposed to be polyvinyl. And also the holes are at the back of here instead of being on top. Unlike this version, where it's just solid brown and you have the two twist tie holes at the top, and also you don't get a 3D rim, as you can see, so it's really plain compared to the collection hat. Next, the vests. This one is a nice vest. However, it doesn't come sewn to the body, and also you can see that the vest border is a lot thicker and flatter. This one, on the other hand, is a lot more movie accurate. As you can see, you get a corded effect. It's not a real cord, it's thinner, and it's also a bit more round than the cheaper version. And also the buttons are different. These ones are a little bit smaller and pop out more. This one's flatter and a little bit bigger. This is how it should be in the movie, unlike this. This is not movie accurate about the collection Woody. And the badges are almost the same, as you can see. However, I like the cheaper version better because it's flatter, because that's how it should be in the movie. Unlike this one, it's a little bit more round, and that's not movie accurate. Bandanas are the same. The hands are the same, so those are also negligible. But the belts are really different. So if I move these out of the way, you can see that the belt actually has a moving gun holster. You can actually move it any way you want. On this one, it's fixed to the belt. It's just completely static. And also you can see here on his belt buckle that it's golden, and it has a lot more details with the cow symbol and the rope. This one's a little bit more flat, but I like the color of it better. This is how it should be in the movie. It shouldn't be gold like this. Same applies for the gun holster. As you can see, it's gold, and for 50 bucks, you don't even get like a fake plastic ruby in there. It's just like 3D printed on there, just like the cheaper version. However, one major difference between these two is that this collection Woody here, this is the cloud logo, I think, or he might actually be a first edition white logo. He has real denim jeans. So if you look at this, you can look at the texture and tell that these are real denim. Unlike this right here, which is just a cotton material, but they're still nice jeans. It still has, you know, good detailing right there at the jean fly and at the back with the pockets, which are actually real. Same applies for the collection Woody. He also has real pockets on the back. And the boots are also pretty different. So these are the collection Woody's boots. As you can see, they're more movie accurate. They have more details. It also has an elongated spur, which is how it should be in the movie. But it has this gold color, which is inaccurate. And also at the bottom, as you can see, there's this plate right here that's all glossy because they actually attach the boot with a peg on the inside, and they just put this plate over it. I don't like how that looks compared to this one. I prefer these a little bit more because it's a one-piece mold, and I just like the coloring of it better with the spurs. And there's also one more thing that we're going to go over, the voice box. Now for $50, you might think that this one would be more movie accurate, right? Nope. So with the collection Woody's voice box, if I open his battery compartment up, as you can see, he has 3 options. He has a try me, off, and play. Right now he's in try me mode, because if I put him in play, he just talks a lot. But when I go through his phrases, it doesn't sound as good compared to the cheaper version, in my opinion.
Ha ha! Boy, am I glad to see you. Howdy, partner. My name's Sheriff Woody. Reach for the sky. You're my favorite deputy. Well, pull my string. Yee-haw!
And when you compare that to this other one right here,
Come on, partner. Let's saddle up for adventure.
he sounds a lot better with the sound quality compared to this one. This one, I feel like it just tries to mimic like an actual like retro toys voice box. It just sounds way too staticky and echoey. And also, when I put him in play mode, let me just open up the battery compartment. He's gonna start talking. Oh.
partner. My name's Sheriff Woody, but you can just call me
As
Woody.
you can see, he's already talking, and when I just leave him alone,
Ha boy, am I glad to see you.
as you can see, he already starts talking because he's supposed to be like an interactive Woody compared to this one.
There's nothing like riding through town with my favorite deputy. And there's a snake in my boot.
So that's how you turn him off. You just pull the string and turn the microphone off. However, with this one, he doesn't have any play switches or an off switch. He only does this.
Yeehaw! Ride him, cowboy! Hey, partner, you've got a friend in me.
Which I prefer a lot better because he won't talk when I'm talking. And also the sound quality is just more clear compared to this one. In fact, let me go through the phrases.
Reach for the sky. This town ain't big enough for the two of us. Yeah, partner, we gotta get this wagon train a-moving. You're my favorite deputy. There's a snake in my boot.
So he does have movie accurate phrases, but however, you have to put him into play mode in order to actually access them, which is something I don't...
Right, reach for the sky.
Which is something I don't like. So, you know, with this version, like, you can just pull the string many times, and you can just hear all the phrases through there, and you just get a better sound system compared to this one. However, even with all those great factors, the one thing I absolutely don't like about this guy is the way, like, his voice box is made. So if I open up his battery compartment, as you can see, it's a lot different from the collection voice box. It's this little square battery pack, and it takes 2 N batteries, which are hard to find, and it's also really inconvenient having to get this little square box out and back in. So, you know, I don't like the way how his voice box is made. I don't like that. So the collection Woody definitely does have the better build, since the voice box is all just one piece, and he takes 2 AAAs, which are a lot more common to find than N batteries. And that's about it for my toy review. I didn't really have a whole lot to talk about. I like both these guys. I don't really have any problems with them. If you can get your hands on either one of these guys, they're amazing. And so with that, thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!